Amen to that, brother. So I spent the day Wednesday walking around, cutting these barricades open and moving them aside and letting some veterans in, and I got to tell you, I was crying like a baby most of the day. I came back on Thursday and didn't get in the rain, and I had about a half a dozen people come and help me. There was a veteran here, a World War II veteran. He was dying. He was in a wheelchair. His family brought him here from Missouri because he probably wasn't going to make it till this was over. And those guys down there at the end of the mall didn't want to let him go in and see the Lincoln Memorial. And I walked with them people to every one of these memorials and moved the gates and told the police to step aside and let this veteran come in and see and pay his respect. I appreciate every single one of you veterans. Because of you, I can stand up and make noise in the halls of Congress, which is what I do every day and every chance that I get. Thank you. Thank you, every single last one of you. One last thing before I go. You see, I brought heavier duty cutters this time. Those folks up there at Capitol Hill and the one in the White House are not obeying the Constitution. Right. It's time that we, the people, stop obeying this government. Thank you.
I'd just like to say, you know, we're not any plumber the Joes here, but we're all Joes. We're G.I. Joes.
Our next speaker is Larry Klayman from Freedom Watch.
Hey guys. It's my honor to be here with you today, with all these distinguished people, but distinguished people are one thing, and we honor them. What counts are you, the people, we the people of the United States. I'm a little solemn today. Last week I was in Philadelphia, and I was in front of Independence Hall. That's my birthplace. And it reminded me that this nation was founded upon the principle that when in the course of human events, the people's grievances are no longer heard, that we have a God-given duty to alter, amend, or abolish our system of government and to install a new system of government. And I remind you of the words of John Adams, who said 13 days before signing the Declaration of Independence in Philadelphia, an American patriot, a founding father, our second president, that it doesn't matter how many times we change our government or our rulers, without ethics, morality, and religion, we'll have no lasting liberty. Amen. Yesterday I took the time with a colleague to go to Mount Vernon, where George Washington lived. I saw the riches that were there. A tremendous estate, beautiful. George Washington, like all of the founding fathers, had a lot to lose by declaring independence and declaring war on the British Crown. They pledged their fortunes, their sacred honor, and their lives to the birth of a new nation. We have to honor them. They would be turning in their graves with the veterans today, our fallen veterans, to know what we've come, how far we've come in 237 years. In 237 years, our country has fallen, has declined faster than it took Rome 2,000 years to do. And we are now ruled, quote unquote, by a president who bows down to Allah, whose rules of engagement for our veterans don't allow us to defend ourselves properly, who are dying per capita in greater numbers in Afghanistan than ever died in any American war. And I know because I represent some of the families, and I feel personally involved. This president is not a president of we the people. He's the president of his people. He's to be the president of all of us. He's to stand here with the veterans to defend our honor, and he should be here today. I thank you all for coming here. I thank you for your patriotism. This is the first step. In the course of history, There have been many who have used peaceful nonviolence to change history. I do not advocate violent revolution. To the contrary, in the style of Mahatma Gandhi, in the style of Lech Walesa in Poland, who brought down communism, in the style of Martin Luther King, who stood up there many years ago and declared freedom. I call upon all of you to wage a second American nonviolent revolution, to use civil disobedience, and to demand that this president leave town, to get up, to put the Quran down, to get up off his knees, and to figuratively come up with his hands up. I call upon all of you on November 19th. I called upon the country and the world to occupy Washington. I want all of you to be there in the millions. Look at our website at freedomwatchusa.org. Come here and demand the resignation of Obama and other leaders who have subverted the interests of our country. And I don't care what political party they are, they all must be held accountable. So, you, the people, will seek justice. You, the people, will control our fate. And together, we will bring freedom back to this country. Thank you, and God bless you.
I am so glad this man made it here today. This man is a one-man militia. When the monuments were closed, war memorials were closed, this man went into a shed. He got his lawnmower.